everybody, so January has come to a close. That means it's time to start talking about the Blu-rays I purchased in January. It was a pretty fun month. I found some good deals, some stuff. I was really pretty shocked at how cheap some things can be at Best Buy. I forgot because I didn't really buy a lot of movies last year. Decided to pick it back up again this year, and wow, Best Buy really does have some Best Buys. And let's kick it off with maybe my Best Buy of the month, the Blomkamp 3 collection with District 9, Chappie, and Elysium, plus a 64-page book, $9.99. Under $10, all three of his movies, Blu-ray with the book, fun packaging, under $10, which is a crazy good deal. Now, maybe some of you guys don't like a couple of these movies. I actually haven't seen any of them yet. That's why for me, I was like, I haven't seen District 9. I really need to watch District 9 because people keep telling me, why have you not seen District 9? So in and of itself, that movie for under $10 probably would be a good find. Plus the other two that I haven't seen that I keep hearing very mixed things about. So I've got this, so whenever I have a weekend that's free and I don't have a bunch of other movies I need to watch, time for me to catch up on Blomkamp's 3 movies, especially District 9. It's kind of embarrassing at this point that I haven't seen District 9. Next up, one for the kiddies, Despicable Me 3. It was only like $11 or $12 at Best Buy. Like, it just came out. We had rented it from Redbox. Huge hit with the kids, of course. And then I was at Best Buy, and my daughter picked it up, and I was like, no, we can't buy that. It's going to be too expensive. Then I looked at the price, and I was like, oh, that's not actually too expensive. We can pick that up. I was assuming it'd be like $25 for the Blu-ray, and it's not. I mean, and it's got all 3, Blu-ray, DVD, digital, some mini movies and stuff. So it's like all the different stuff, once again, right around $10. That's pretty incredible. A bunch of you guys have been asking me for months to rank all the Despicable Me movies. It's coming soon. I just need to rewatch the first 3, the Despicable Me 1 and 2, and then Minions. I need to rewatch them. We lost our copy of Despicable Me, so I just need to find a way to watch all of them. And as soon as that happens, so I can give you a nice fair ranking, as I've now watched this multiple times in the past couple of weeks. So once I watch those other ones, that is coming in the future. Next up, a bargain bin find just for $5. Expendables. Actually, you couldn't see that as all washed out. Expendables. Hey, I dig this series. I mean, it's not as good as any of us wanted it to be. It's not just that, wow, all these guys coming together. It's not like this amazing film, but as a throwback to the genre film that they were doing back in the 80s and Statham and the Zeros. As a throwback, they give me what I want. As a fan of that genre, they're all good enough for me. And the third one, perhaps they went a little funky in bringing in the new crew, and like we have a bunch of guys that we love, but a little bit too much screen time for each. Sure, whatever, but it still gives me what I want out of that movie, so they're all very watchable for me. So I plan on also ranking those ones sometimes this year, so finding this one in the bargain bin was a great setup for me to eventually rank those in the near future once I rewatch all of them. And once again, like $5, and it's got the Blu-ray, DVD, and the digital copy. We live in an amazing time where you get 3 different versions of a movie when you buy it for $5. Pretty incredible. Next up, this is an annoying find. It's a great find, but an annoying find. So I went out the week before I reviewed The Incredible Hulk and looked multiple Best Buys for The Incredible Hulk. They didn't have it. Couldn't find it. So I had to rent it from Vudu, watch, $3 or whatever it was. I go to Best Buy a few days later, Steelbook for $8. Under $10, fun case, metal casing deal, special features, the full deal for $8. Just 5 days later, a week later, whatever it was, and suddenly they had it stocked everywhere, dirt cheap. It's like, what? Best Buy? You got a Best Buy, just on my schedule, not yours. So it was one of those ones where it was like, I wanted to buy it. I was going to buy it. I'm trying to complete my collection as I do my journey to Infinity War. It just would have been nice if they would have had it so I didn't have to rent it and throw away $3 or whatever I did with that. But still, a very good find the wrong week. Next up, we've got my son's favorite movie from last year. And once again, brand new for $10 with Blu-ray, DVD, and digital, the Lego Ninjago movie. A movie that right now he's off playing one of the Lego video games as I film this. As soon as our PlayStation 4 is cleared up, he will play the Lego Ninjago movie video game downstairs. And then tonight he will ask us if we can watch this movie because he loves Lego Ninjago, was a huge fan of the movie. The more times I have to watch it, the less of a fan I am of this particular one. It was good enough the first viewing, and for me, it has not been one that's been fun to rewatch. But for my son, he's loved it. And as a movie that we bought less than 2 weeks ago, my dog has already caught it and chewed up the case a little bit. So that's fun. But yeah, so this has been very popular in my... It also has music videos and mini movies on it. Also very popular with my kids. So this thing right here is going to get destroyed being played by my kids. And then they'll pull it out, throw it down, and the disc will be scratched up within 2 months. But $10, brand new. As a parent, it's an amazing time. Another bargain bin and another movie I haven't watched yet, so I'm waiting for that right weekend. Lone Survivor, Peter Berg, Mark Wahlberg. Was that first team up for them? And now they team up like 3 times a year. But so I haven't seen this one yet. I've heard great things about it. I've become a big Mark Wahlberg fan. I've been a huge Peter Berg fan. Friday Night Lights is kind of pretty sacred around where I come from. They filmed it around here. It's very much, I'm in Central Texas, so a show about Friday Night Lights, Texas, high school football. That's where I live. So it was beloved around here. So Peter Berg, the creator of it, is a legend in these parts. So this is one that, to my shame, I haven't seen yet. And once again, we've got Blu-ray DVD and Ultra HD or digital HD on ultraviolet. Do they even use ultraviolet, or is it all turned into voodoo now in movies anywhere? Anyway, but yeah, for $5, an amazing Best Buy. One I was going to buy sometime this season, and it came a little sooner than I was expecting. Spider-Man Homecoming. $10. $10. Like I was going to hold off until I was going to review it, and then I was just there. It's like at $10. I don't think I'm going to be able to beat that. Once again, Blu-ray, DVD plus digital, 3 copies of a movie for $10. And actually, the way this one came about too is my daughter picked it up and she was, "Dad, can we watch Spider-Man tonight?" And when your 3-year-old daughter asks you, "Can we watch Spider-Man tonight?" Now, you might not get the wife to say yes, but I'm going to definitely do my part to say yes to that option because I would much rather watch this than Lego Ninjago or any of the other weird things that they watch. So, and the price was right. So there it is. I purchased it, and this is one of the ones, I think I like it a little bit more every time I watch it. It's not going to leap up in how much I like it, but it's one of those movies that I go, this is really fun and rewatchable, in which case it just kind of notches up just a little bit where I go, that's a solid Marvel movie right there that I feel I could put on a lot and not get tired of it. That's a very good sign. Next up, another Marvel movie from my journey to Infinity War, trying to complete my collection, Thor. So I don't need to share my thoughts on it because I shared my thoughts on it in my review, whenever that was. But not as rewatchable as Spider-Man Homecoming, but a solid film. I thoroughly enjoy it in its own right. When I'm in the right mood, I really enjoy this movie. It's not one like Spider-Man Homecoming I can just throw on at any time, but it's one that I very frequently do like to put on, and it has some of its, with its Kenneth Branagh grandeur and Asgard and all that, with the respectable Asgard, because that's Asgard in Thor Ragnarok. It's the fun version. This one gives you the grandeur, the Shakespearean Asgard. So it's a nice, fun one, and kind of stirs the right emotions when you're in the right mood. And the final movie of January that I purchased, another one for my kids that kind of came out of the blue on this one, Zathura. So I'd never seen this one, before 4 weeks ago or whenever. Right before I did my ranking is when I first watched it. My kids just happened to be there. Like we weren't really planning on showing them Jumanji and Zathura, and then it just kind of worked out that they were there and they watched it with us. And then for the next 2 weeks, all we did was watch those, and we did like a free preview version of one of those things on Amazon Prime, and they were on those bonus deals, and we did that for 2 weeks, and so we were able to watch Zathura, and then, or as they call it, Space Jumanji. So whenever our 2 weeks of free Space Jumanji were up, we needed to make sure that we had a copy, so very soon I'm sure they will be asking us for Space Jumanji. Now we have Space Jumanji, Zathura. It feels like I've kind of forgotten movie, because Jumanji, of course, people remember the original one for Robin Williams, Joe Johnston, and then Zathura didn't really do all that well. But it's directed by Jon Favreau. It's very much in the vein of Jumanji, just set up in space. So in its own way, very charming, likable. Peeta from Hunger Games in there. You got Belle from Twilight Girl's in there too. Dax Shepard, several different people that make this one of those movies that people forget about a little bit too much. If you haven't seen it, you should go check that one out. My kids love it. Anyway, there you have it. Those are the Blu-rays that I picked up this month. Several movies I haven't seen before. Several movies I picked up because I need to rewatch them to rank them. Put out some videos that you guys have been asking for quite a bit. And in general, some movies that I'm glad that they're in my collection and I can watch them whenever I want now. What did you guys pick up? And you guys get any nice finds? Tell me down below in the comment section. And if you're new to my channel, please consider clicking that subscribe button. I do movie reviews, TV reviews, ranking videos. Once a month, you can find out what movies I bought. But the key thing is, I don't want to just talk about movies. I want to talk about movies with you. So join me down in the comment section. Let's have a lively discussion about whatever movies you picked up or whatever your thoughts are on my finds for this month. And as always, thank you for watching.